Hello soul searchers, and welcome back to my channel where we use tarot to gain better insight into ourselves and the world around us. So today I was brought to Queen of Pentacles energy randomly enough. So in honor of the Queen of Pentacles, that is the Queen of Earth, we will be doing green eyeshadow and just talking about some of the epiphanies that I've had, and also I will of course be hopefully giving you guys some prompts that will help you to figure out how this energy is relevant to your own life. So priming my eyes, all of the products will be listed in the description box because y'all know I can't walk and chew gum, but this is the Uoma Beauty Allure palette, and that's pretty much the only palette that I'm using for this eyeshadow look. So Queen of Pentacles is like I said, the Queen of Earth. And she's known as being very resourceful. She may not have everything that she needs, but she knows how to get everything that she needs. And this is an energy that I kind of sometimes, it's like it disappears and then it just randomly comes back. She's also known as the self-care queen. But this week she came up for me a couple different ways. So if you've been here for some time, or if you check my description box, you may know and have noticed that I have a slight Amazon addiction. I get the full benefit of my Prime membership, and I know we all hate Amazon, but listen, all of us are supporting at least one shady ass company. Let's just get that out the way. And Amazon is the one that I chose. So anyway, I have an Amazon addiction, and I have added a couple of things as of late that I was just reviewing in my cart, and I was like, do I really need that? So I've been watching a lot of food tube. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but basically food content on YouTube. And I don't know why, but every food content creator loves the bougiest bread, aka sourdough. And if you are not poor, what are we gonna call it? If you are of modest means, kind of like myself, you may have noticed that sourdough bread doesn't actually fit in a regular standard toaster. If you haven't noticed that, then you're privileged. Anyway, yeah, I've been having issues toasting my toast in the one that I have if it's sourdough. So I had added this toaster to my cart that is literally marketed as being like a wide slice toaster for sourdough and all this other stuff. And it's like $35, and I was like, that's a pretty good deal. That's not bad, right? I didn't pull the trigger because I've been trying to be a bit more mindful about how I spend. I'm trying to be an adult. It's a lot of fun. So that was one thing, and I just held off. And then the other thing was, okay, so this one is a little spicy. So for a couple of reasons, one of them being baby's birthday, I was looking for like a strappy jumpsuit, but like a jumpsuit that looks like, why are you smiling? I was looking for a strappy jumpsuit, so kind of like a bodysuit, but it looks like it's just made of straps or ropes, and I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for. And even the stuff that looked like it was pretty similar, it was hella expensive, and I was not going to pay that money. So that also happened, and both of these were like on the same day, mind you, with the toaster. And I don't even know what reminded me of this actually, but it occurred to me that like I have an oven, and the oven has a broil setting, so why don't I just put my toast in there on a pan, and then I don't have to worry about spending $35 on another toaster, and then trying to figure out who to give the toaster that I currently have to, right? See, like it's too much. Trying to get new appliances is too much. And yeah, that worked. Surprise, surprise. If you have broil on your oven, you can actually toast things, and you don't have to buy a fancy toaster. I'm sure we all knew that, but sometimes we forget things, especially when we're privileged with Prime. I feel like Prime has made me a little mentally and creatively lazy, to where if I don't have it, I don't even try to figure out how I can get it. I'm just like, let me go to Prime and buy it. And this day, everything was pointing me in a different direction. It was like, don't you dare open that fucking app and buy nothing. You better figure it out. So the toaster got figured out by the oven, and it's so funny because today I was watching a video by one of my favorite food content creators. You've probably already seen him, but his name is STFU Matthew. You know, the white man with the tattoos who be throwing down in the kitchen. Yeah. I was watching one of his videos, and he basically was like, he doesn't have a microwave, he doesn't have an air fryer. Like, if he wants to warm something up, he warms it up in the oven, like, period. So it just felt like confirmation a little bit. And then as far as the strappy jumpsuit, I'm not 100% sure that this alternate option that I have found will work, but it's basically tape. And I'm gonna just tape myself all over, and hopefully it ends up looking like something that I was going for. I don't know. But the point is, even if it doesn't work out, we will at least have explored our options before spending money. You see where we're going with this? So that is what the Queen of Pentacles is about. She doesn't necessarily have everything that she needs or wants, but she knows how to get it. I'm also being reminded, this did not happen this same day, but I'm being reminded of when my fiance and I body painted each other, and it was like stuck. The body paint was not coming off. It was coming off on everything except coming off in the shower. It did not want to come off with water. And I just quickly gathered some, what was it? I think it was like some salt, like a bath salt that I had. And then he's shaking his head, so I'm right. Thanks, babe. It was like a bath salt and coconut oil, and I just kept mixing it up and kept mixing it up. And finally, we were able to get all of it off. I mean, it took maybe like a couple days for all of it to come off, but most of it got off that night with the scrub that I just made. So again, that's very Queen of Pentacles energy. We didn't have everything we needed, but we figured it out and we made a way. And so I propose, is that the word? I don't know, whatever. I'm going to ask that you think about the conveniences of your life and see where they may be actually handicapping you. Sometimes, you know, having Prime, having these different luxuries and, you know, quick shipping and cheap prices and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes that's nice, but it can make us a little dependent, a little mentally and creatively lazy. So instead of buying that thing you have in your cart right now, or that thing that's been on your brain, what can you do instead? Not just to save some money, but also to get back to your creativity. It's just cool to kind of be thinking about like alternative solutions, especially in this economy. So I personally appreciate the Queen of Pentacles for coming through and reminding me of who the fuck I am, because I am not rich yet. But yes, that is the message today. It is a really quick one, and that's kind of all I have. So I'm gonna just let y'all vibe with the next 7 minutes of just watching me do my eyeshadow. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, soul searchers. Fuck. Until then, soul searchers, because I can talk.